अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। शिव का कर लो ध्यान, आ रहा पावन पुण्य सवेरा। से आए अपने आप को जानो, राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर पालो अपना बसेरा। तुम हो आत्मा तन से न्यारे, परमात्मा को प्यारे। दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
हम चले वतन की ओर, डाल के प्रेम की डोर। हम चले वतन की ओर, डाल के प्रेम की डोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज सहज ही अपनी ओर। हम चले वतन की ओर। मन तोड़ता ही जाए, बिन पूछे बिन बतलाए। मन तोड़ता ही जाए, बिन पूछे बिन बतलाए। हमसे छुप के हमसे दूर बैठा उनसे मिलन मनाए। अकेला उनसे बातें करता होता है आनंद विभोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज सहज ही अपनी ओर। हम चले वतन की ओर, डाल के प्रेम की डोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज से मन का नहीं ठिकाना, जब से उनको हमने जाना। तब से मन का नहीं ठिकाना, जब से उनको हमने जाना। खो गया है बाबा में, पा लिया उनसे जो पाना। शांति के सागर में डूबा, सुनता नहीं जग का शोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज सहज ही अपनी ओर। हम चले वतन की ओर, डाल के प्रेम की डोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज सहज ही अपनी ओर। हम चले वतन की ओर, डाल के प्रेम की डोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज सहज ही अपनी ओर। हम चले वतन की ओर, डाल के प्रेम की डोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज सहज ही अपनी ओर। हम चले वतन की ओर, डाल के प्रेम की डोर। बाबा खींच रहा है आज सहज ही अपनी ओर।
ओम शांति। ओम शांति। ओम शांति। Sweet Baba says in today's Murli that children call out to Father, Baba, please come and take us back from this land. At the same time, when children fall ill, they tell the doctor to give such a medicine so that they'll become all right. Baba says one has to prepare a lot in order to shed these bodies. One has to remove the attachment from this old world as well as this old body in order to leave the body happily. One has to practice being in the remembrance so that your account of sins gets burnt away. Baba asks, if your attachment is not removed from this old world, how will you be able to claim the kingdom? So you need to put a good effort. Today's date is 27th September 2023. The essence of Murli is Sweet children, the death of all deaths has come to take you back home. Therefore, finish your burden of sin with remembrance. And remove your attachment to these bodies. Question. The Father hears the call of the devotees when they begin to become unhappy from happy. Which call is that? Which call does the Father hear? Answer. When devotees experience sorrow, they call out, "O God, take me away from this world of sorrow." There is no need for me to be in this impure world. However, when the Father answers this call and comes to take them away, Baba comes to take them away, they cry. They say to the doctor, "Give me such medicine so that I become healthy." How much ever treatment is being taken, if the time comes to leave the body, it will definitely leave despite all the precautions taken. The karmic accounts get settled on time only because you want to get rid from that suffering or pain, so the medicine is being given. The song, "The resident of the faraway land has come into the foreign land." Om Shanti. The Father resides in the faraway land, and you children also reside there. Now, why has that Father come here? Why do people remember the Father? "Oh God, come. Come and take back home." It is souls that call out, "Take me back home to the land of liberation." This is like calling out to the death of all deaths. On the path of devotion, people don't know whom they are calling out to. They call out, "Liberate us from all the relationships of this impure world and take us back home." We don't want to stay here. However, when souls leave their bodies, they experience so much sorrow and cry out in distress. Baba says, Baba says, when you want to get liberated from this impure world, then there is no need to cry. Baba says, since you are crying, it means that you are just calling out without any understanding. On the one hand, they call out to the Baba, come and take us away from here and liberate us from this body. But then, when he does liberate them, they cry out in distress. They call out in this way on the path of devotion, but they don't understand anything. Baba gives us the clarity that people call out to God without understanding anything. There is a story of Savitri, the wife of Satyavan. He, the messenger of death, came to take the soul of just one, that is her husband, but Savitri didn't allow him to be taken away. When a human soul is about to leave his body, the soul doesn't want to leave because of having so much attachment to his body. They say to the doctor, give me such medicine that I become healthy. I don't want to leave my body. However, at the same time, they say, oh God, come. Come and take us back home with you. This is such a wonderful aspect. People call out to God. They say, liberate us from all the sinful accounts. On the other hand, they start doing all the sinful actions. Even they do devotion without understanding, without any knowledge. You now return to home in happiness. Human beings of this world have a lot of attachment to their friends and relatives. Baba asks, shall I free you from your friends and relatives, etc.? Baba has come for that purpose. We children are also understanding, and we are making preparations to go to that land happily. Despite that, Baba asks if he wants to liberate us from our friends and relatives. Are we ready? I will take you back with me, but you have to stop remembering all your relatives. Go back home with an elevated state of mind so that you will be able to claim the best position. If at the end, if you remember your children, etc., the birth you take will be according to that. Baba says, I will separate you souls from your bodies and take you back home. You will then remember your friends or relatives at that time, will you? So do you remember your relatives or friends at the time of leaving your bodies? I'm not getting any response. Are you thinking? So this is the effort we need to put in. Even if someone leaves the body at any point of time, we need to be prepared so that our intellect doesn't get caught in such things. At the end, you only have to remember the one Father. Baba says, you don't have to come back here to take rebirth. Therefore, continue to forget everyone, including your own body, and remember me, the Father, alone. I cannot take you back until you become pure. Baba takes us back home only after having settled our karmic accounts. I have now come to take you souls back. However, there is a huge burden of sin on each of you. And Baba is speaking to you, souls. Everyone has to realize this point. Baba explains daily, but only when once we realize this, he has come to take us back, then only we start doing or we start putting that effort. We need to verify the account of the sinful actions as well as the charitable actions. The conflicts in the relationships or the health issues of the mind as well as the body, they always indicate that there is something which is remaining in the karmic account to be settled. The Father has come from the supreme abode into this foreign land. Although he establishes his world of heaven, he himself doesn't go there. Here you call out in sorrow. Baba comes in this foreign land in order to make us worthy of receiving the kingdom, as well as he reminds us of the original home. Baba says he comes, the death of all death comes to take all the souls. It's not the matter of one or two souls. Baba says, although he comes to establish the world of heaven, he himself doesn't go there. Here you call out in sorrow, I only have to come once in order to take all the souls back home. Whether you come happily or unhappily, you definitely have to return. Baba says this is the final program which is been predestined. The unlimited Father, death of all deaths, takes all souls back home again, which means he comes to destroy all human beings. When a woman's husband dies, she cries so much. Now you say, take us away from here, we don't want anything. However, you impure ones cannot be taken back home. Therefore, I have come to make you pure. Only when you consider yourself to be bodiless and forget your bodies, all your bodily relations, can you become pure. Baba says the effort is to make oneself bodiless, and in order to completely erase the consciousness of the body or the bodily relations, then only the soul becomes completely pure Now we have the mixed remembrance because we remember Baba as well as other human beings also. That is why the trace of the burden of sinful actions is not getting erased. Baba says, when you remember the Father alone, your sins will then be absolved. When one considers oneself to be bodiless and forgets his body as well as his bodily relations, then if the remembrance of the Father alone is there, then the account of the sinful actions gets burnt. I show you many good methods every cycle. You know that all of these bodies will turn to ashes. When it is Holika, the thread doesn't burn. Similarly, souls never burnt. So when the unlimited Holika takes place, the souls don't get burned away. It is the bodies, those are turned to ashes. However, this haystack will be set on fire. All the bodies will turn to ashes since they get burnt, and all the souls will become pure once again. In order for you souls to become pure, you constantly have to make effort to remain soul conscious. Even while having bodies, you have to consider yourselves to be souls and have yoga with the Father. Just as sannyasis have yoga with the Brahma element, they say that they will merge into the element of light. Baba explains again about the effort we have to put. Their intellect's yoga gets linked to the element of light. It is not that they leave their bodies. They think that by having yoga with the Brahma element, they will get merged into that light. And this is why we call them those who have the knowledge of the Brahma element, or those who have the knowledge of the element, but you souls have the knowledge that you reside in the element of light. They believe that they will merge into that element of light. If they were to say they would go and reside there, at least that would be correct. A soul cannot merge into it. Baba says they believe that they will merge into that element of light. But if they were to say they would go and reside there, at least that is correct. A soul cannot merge into it. They give the example of a bubble merging into the ocean, but that is wrong. Baba says only when air is present, the element of air is present, then the bubble also gets formed. So Baba says when they consider the God has one element, then there is no question of the other element because of which the bubble is formed. It's not a question of merging into light. An imperishable soul contains a whole part which can never be destroyed. Sannyasis renounce the vices, but none of them can return home. They continue to take rebirth here. Expansion continues to take place. Everyone has to pass through the stage of Sato, Rajo and Tamo. Baba says the matter of taking back home comes only at the confluence age when the Baba comes. So apart from this time, even if any soul comes, they do their role or they play their role and they always take rebirth here. Expansion continues to take place. Everyone has to pass through the stages of Sato, Rajo, Tamo. All of this is fixed in the drama. Now just look how many varieties of illness are emerging. Previously, there were not that many diseases. All of this is fixed in the drama. When this Murli was spoken by Baba, it was the matter of that time. During the childhood of Baba, they were very healthy, and later many illnesses started emerging. But if you take the current situation, Baba says there is a lot many diseases which have emerged. And this is the consequence of the Tamo Pradanta. That is a complete degradation. Just look at the soul state of mind which is completely degraded and has become Tamo Pradhan, which has given birth to these many diseases. You children know that Baba has now come to take all the souls back home. You say, Baba, take us back home. Everyone is to receive liberation and liberation in life, but not everyone can go back to the golden age. Everyone has to go into their religion again and at their own time. Every soul has its own part. It depends on the soul's worthiness to come in what age. So Baba says, you know that such and such a religion starts at such and such a time. Baba has also come exactly as he did in the previous cycle, and he will also take the souls back home as he did before. Only Baba does the task of taking all the souls back home. Apart from him, every soul comes down and a few of them come to establish the religion. Baba says when he takes all the souls back home, the earth also will receive so much fertilizer because billions of souls have taken benefit from the earth. The fertilizer will be needed for the new world. So Baba says this time earth will get the best fertilizer with which it can produce for a long period of time, that is 5,000 years. This is why human beings and animals will be destroyed and turned into fertilizer. Then the earth in the golden age will produce very good fruit. The quality of the fruits and all other production of grains or millets was totally good if it is compared with the current times. You children have also had visions of that. You children understand that Baba is the death of all deaths. Everyone says, Baba, we will happily go back with you. Take us back. We are experiencing a great deal of sorrow here. This is a world that causes sorrow. In this land of sorrow, people continue to cause sorrow for one another. There is limitless sorrow here. The soul experiences unhappiness or sorrow because of his own karmic account, as well as the karmic account which it has with others. So there is no question of happiness here. There is limitless sorrow here, and I have come to take you to a land of happiness. Now just remember the one, you will be able to claim your inheritance from him. Otherwise, you will not be able to claim your full inheritance of the kingdom, but will become part of the subjects. There should be the complete remembrance of the one in order to claim a highest post. Baba comes and gives you the happiness of a kingdom. No other founder of a religion establishes a kingdom. Even this kingdom is being established in an incognito way. Incognito way means he comes in an ordinary form where people are not able to recognize him. No one knows how the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan of the golden age was established. Where did deities with human forms come from if they were devils in the Iron Age? The deities had crowns and they were seated on the throne. Baba says such deities, from where did they come if they were devils in the previous age? There was never a war between devils and deities. There was no question of a war or of using the sword of lust. In that case, why have they shown a war taking place? They are all confused. They have shown deities getting into a war. Then what is the difference between human beings and deities? They have written such matters of defamation. The world is the same, only the time changes. This is an unlimited day and unlimited night. The golden and the silver ages are called the day, and there are no battles there. Then how do they receive such a kingdom? There are no kingdoms in the Iron Age. You say, Baba, your task of establishment is so wonderful. You make so many children happy. As Baba says, there is always a change in the committees or the government. So Baba says there is no question of establishing a kingdom. Since children always tell Baba that the task of the establishment of Baba is wonderful. When Baba comes, he gives the message to the entire world. So in this Iron Age only, the selection is taking place for the Golden Age. Those who fulfill the conditions of Baba, they become worthy and they are selected for the Golden Age. You make so many children happy. Yes, but each one of you can claim a high status according to the effort you make. God has shown us the path. If you have the courage, you will be receiving his help, but at least you should put the effort of being courageous in every situation in order to get the support from him. Even though some call him Prabhu or God, he is still the Father. It's good to say Father. God is our Father. There is no pleasure in simply saying Prabhu. When they say God, they consider him to be omnipresent, whereas by calling him the Father, they don't consider him to be omnipresent. You souls are now listening. You understand that your Baba has come and that he is making you pure with yoga. Are you all listening to the Murli? Just see beside and look at one another. Baba is speaking the Murli and children are sleeping. You souls are now listening. You understand that Baba has come and he is making you pure with yoga. Therefore, you have to remember the Father, the teacher, and the Satguru. You children have that feeling by staying here personally in front of Baba. We are souls and we are playing our parts with our bodies. Baba has come to take us back. We are making effort to have yoga with Baba. While remembering Baba, we will return to Baba. There are some very elevated sannyasis who leave their bodies while simply sitting. By constantly remembering the Father, what should be the result? The result is going to Baba. It's not a matter of getting the karmic account settled and sitting here. It's about going back home by being completely incorporeal. They believe I, the soul, will go and merge into the Brahma element. Everyone makes effort to attain moksha, eternal liberation, or mukti, that is liberation. Everyone wants eternal liberation because there is so much sorrow in the world. They don't know that the cycle of the world has to turn and each one's part is definitely imperishable. The fact is that they want to get liberated from the sorrow since they consider the birth and the rebirth. By coming into the cycle of the birth and rebirth, we become sorrow. That is why they want to get liberated. We definitely have to come into the cycle, but we need to be liberated from the account of the sinful actions. When you get liberated or when you become free from these sinful actions, even by taking birth or rebirth, then there will not be any trace of sorrow. Your intellect should be like a genie. In the story of the genie, he said, "Give me some work to do, else I will eat you." Therefore, he was given the task of climbing up and down a ladder. The Father also tells you, connect your intellects in yoga to me. In the same way, the Father has given us the task. You play your parts from the golden age to the iron age. And then connect your intellects in yoga to me, else Maya, the genie, will eat you. The Maya is like a genie, she doesn't allow you to have yoga. Maya eats even good, strong, courageous, powerful ones raw. You know that Baba has come to teach you. He says, "Children, I have now come personally in front of you. Now remember me, otherwise Maya the genie will eat you." This task is given to you for your own benefit. Because we remember indirectly on the path of devotion. So Baba says, when I have come here, like when Baba has come here and he has given the knowledge, then it's a direct remembrance which can be done by the children. He says, "Children, I have come personally in front of you. Now remember me, else Maya the genie will eat you." This task is given to you for your own benefit so that you become the masters of the world. Consider yourselves to be souls and renounce all the consciousness of your bodies. To be a sannyasi means to renounce everything, including your body. But you do have to consider yourself to be a soul. The simplest effort to renounce everything is to simply consider the one as a soul. You understand that Baba is making you into deities with this knowledge and the power of yoga. The kingdom is being established. It is called Raj Yoga. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. The versions of the God cannot be found in the scriptures. These were the versions spoken by the saints or sages. What happened to the Pandavas after they studied Raj Yoga? Did they just melt away on the mountains? The God has given the knowledge of the Gita and He has made us gain that victory. Then what is the benefit of gaining the victory? Baba says, in that case, then how can you tell that the kingdom was established? Now only you understand these things. Getting melted away on the mountains, which is sung for the Pandavas, it means to be completely beyond the consciousness of the body or body consciousness, or attaining such an elevated state of mind. Baba says, now remember me, become trustees and follow my Srimad. Continue to take advice for every situation. If your children want to get married, there is no objection. Each one's account is separate. Baba said that remain trustee and take direction from Baba at every step and follow Srimad. Everyone's account is separate. If your children are not wishing to take the path of knowledge, then you can get them married. Whatever the child is like, his account is seen and the advice is given accordingly. Some say they want to get their children married. By all means, you can get them married. If you have money, you can also build a house. There is no objection to that. Build homes and get your children married and settle all your accounts. And don't get entangled in that. And you need to plan for your progress also. It is now understood who can claim a good status. It's very difficult. After understanding the Baba's knowledge, we need to verify what position would we be receiving based on the effort and the qualities we have imbibed. So Baba says you need a far-sighted intellect for this. It's no small matter to claim a kingdom. Complete all your business of settling your outstanding debts with your children. First of all, at least settle any outstanding debts or any accounts that you might have with others. This too is something to be understood. Even if you clear all the outstanding debts, and Baba says when you clear any outstanding debt or any other kind of chaos or conflicts, then you will be able to focus clearly on the effort. Kumaris don't have any burden. Creators have to accomplish all the tasks. Only then can Baba make them his higher. Maya will knock you very hard, but you need to understand that the Baba is very sweet. He has come to purify you all and take you back home. You need to have a great deal of love for such a father. He is very sweet. There is limitless happiness in the golden age, and this is why everyone remembers it. When someone dies, they say that he has gone to heaven. It's such a sweet name. Whatever happened in the past was later glorified on the path of devotion. Definitely there would be such a beautiful world for which people always have that curiosity or the desire. These things don't happen in the golden and the silver ages. So Baba has given you the task of a genie. Consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father, else Maya the genie will eat you. You have to have remembrance. Have the faith that you are souls and remember the Father. Yet you still have to act for the livelihood of your bodies. Baba says you have to work 8 hours a day for the livelihood of your bodies because they go for a job. Because you are karma yogis. Baba says those who are householders, they have to do the job for 8 hours and the rest of the time should be given for effort. Whereas for those who are surrendered, those have to spend their time for 8 hours a day for service and the rest of the time should be given for the personal progress. Just think that I now belong to Baba. This body is old. You have to break all attachment to it. If after staying in remembrance, trying to remove your attachment, some attachment still remains at the end, you will not be able to claim any fortune of the kingdom. It takes effort to become a master of the world. Baba has now come to liberate you from this world of sorrow and take you back. This is why he is called the liberator, the guide, and the purifier. He is the guide who shows you the path. You have to explain that the Father has come to create the kingdom of Rama and to destroy the kingdom of Ravan. He alone is the one who establishes peace. Those who become his helpers receive a peace prize. Only the one who establishes peace can give you a peaceful kingdom. He is the most beloved Baba who gives us the inheritance cycle after cycle. The more you follow Srimad, the more elevated you will become. You understand that you are being made into Sri Lakshmi and Narayan by Sri, that is doubly elevated one. The sun and the moon dynastic kingdoms of 21 births are being established. Acha. Do you understand? To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children also offer love and remembrance and say good morning, Namaste to the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The essence for Dharana. First one, become far-sighted and settle all your karmic bondage accounts. If you have any debts in your karmic accounts, settle them and become light. Then you will become an higher. Second point, become a karma yogi and work for your livelihood. Together with that, use 8 hours a day for the effort on yourself. Definitely put an end to the attachment you have for anyone. Today's blessing. May you be seated on Bab Dada's heart throne by being surrendered while living at home with your family and having deep concern for serving. The tree of service becomes fruitful with the cooperation of the children who are surrendered while living at home with their families. Their cooperation becomes water for the tree. When a tree is watered properly, it gives good fruit. In the same way, this fruit becomes fruitful with the cooperation of such elevated and cooperative souls. Those who constantly have deep concern for doing service and are surrendered while living at home with their families are seated on the Bab Dada's heart throne. Slogan. Learn the art of steering your thoughts in the least possible time. And learn the art of applying a brake, then the power of your intellect cannot go to waste. No problem can stay. Today's object signal. No problem can stay near such children who are full of enthusiasm. Those who with zeal and enthusiasm can never be heartbroken or disheartened but remain ever happy. Such souls always turn a storm into a gift and a mountain into a cotton. Enthusiasm makes any test or a problem entertaining, hence enthusiasm should never be diminished. Let's remember Baba for 3 minutes. Om Shanti, thank you.
इतना आनंद पाए। सुख के रंग से रंग गया जीवन, पुलकित है मन जैसे मधुवन। सुख के रंग से रंग गया जीवन, पुलकित है मन जैसे मधुवन। गहरी अनुभव में खो जाए, यादों में हम जब से समाए। बाबा बाबा गूंजे जहन में, अंतर मन ये मेरा मुस्कुराए। बनकर बिंदु उन लहरों में लवली हो जाए। दया सिंधु के स्नेह में डूबे, इतना